Hello, Sugar Plum. Welcome back. And if you're new, a big, beautiful, squishy hug. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you are enjoying the videos, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any more, or any new ones, rather. Today I have something fun. It's something... It's a new art style that was developed actually by a Russian psychologist. But I'll get into the details of it as we're getting into the details of the art. So it's neurographic drawing, and it's so easy. Anyone could do it. It's great for kids. I think kids would have a lot of fun with this. You know, get them off the screens for a little while, get them into their creativity. So all you're going to need for this, I'm going to get right into it. Here we go. All you're going to need is paper and something to draw with. Any kind of paper will do. Any kind of something to draw with will do. Pen, pencil, marker, pencil, crayon, pastel, whatever floats your boat. Today I am using watercolor paper because when I color it in, I want to use watercolor paint. So choose what you want. Also, I taped the edge. That's just a personal preference. I want to have a little border at the end. You do not have to do that. So I have a Sharpie as my thing to draw with, and watercolor paper. And if you're interested, let me see, it is this type of watercolor paper, fluid, and it's 140 pound, 8 by 8, and that's the specs on that. So first of all, this is what I like to do before I start painting. I like to set an intention by lighting a candle, some incense. Obviously, you do not have to do this either. Again, it's my preference. It's just, I kind of like to think the spark of the candle is a spark of creativity. It just, you know, brings a little light. Also, we have a little cloud coverage today. So the sun is coming and going, peeking and booing out of the clouds. So the candle might come in handy. So let's start with that, with this super cute matchbook. I had to get matchbox, I guess. Hang on, I have an assortment of guys in here. I'm just going to use a little one. We're using a big one because the little one won't come out. So, oh, that lit nice. Thanks, Foxy. Look at his little dainty fingers sticking out. Anyway, I'm going to put that in some water because I don't want to burn the house down. And this is dragon's blood incense because I just love the scent. Let that burn a little. Right over the paper, why not? Speaking of burning the house down, eh? Okay, hang on. I got to put this in my incense holder. And of course it's being cheeky because I'm filming. Okay, now I'm going to start show you the basics of what to do, and then I'll get into the why you're doing it and the rules to neurographic drawing. There's really only 2, and you can break them because rules were meant for breaking. First step is get the cat hair off your paper. If you find yourself in that situation, it's very abundant for me. There's even some over here. So there's 2 ways you can start, and you can start with drawing shapes on the paper and then cutting through those shapes with lines, or you can start with the lines and then draw shapes over top. So for this example, I'm going to start with shapes, just my preference, I guess. Again, more preferences. But you could do it either way. So I'll start with doing that, and then I'll show you the first rule. And then we're going to fast forward. We're going to go into time lapse, and I'll do a little voiceover to get you up to speed on what the heck this is all about. Okay, so here we go. You can start with any shape you want, whatever shape you love. So I'm a circle fan. I'm a star fan. Let's get a star in there. Boop, 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 boop. That is exactly what stars look like. I'm going to get... And you can draw it anywhere on the page. There's no such thing as perfection, so don't aim for it. We're just going to have fun. This exercise is all about getting out of your head, really. Mindfulness, being mindful. You know what? Let's get another star in there. Why not? Bit of a challenge you'll see as we come to points. We're going to erase points Do you see the quotes? Quotes, erase, points, and everything's going to be rounded and smooth. So you could do as many shapes as you want, as little shapes as you want. Just go with what feels good. Just trust the process. Don't overthink. Don't think about it. When you think too much, you actually end up resisting. So fighting it makes it worse. We're going to go with this so we can get into the lines. Okay, so you have your page of shapes. You can contain it. Don't worry about composition either, because this is all just going to be about flow. And again, not thinking. So this is the first, wait, is this the first? Yeah, this is the first rule right here. I said there's only two. So first rule, excuse me, Foxy, you're going to have to move, sweetie. We're going to take lines now, and we're going to cut through all of these shapes. Now the rule is you start from one edge and go to another edge. Don't just like go, or just like anywhere put a line. You have to start at an edge and go to another edge, or another line that is already there. You're just going to stop at lines. And the thing is, once you start doing it, if you start realizing you're going in a certain way, you start thinking about it too much, change direction. Just change it. Just go somewhere else. Don't plan. You can't really plan for an outcome with this. And that's the fun. So here we go. We're going to start here, and I'm going to go down and cut through. And actually chatting with you right now is helping me not think. So that's brilliant. Maybe I should just talk to myself when I'm doing this. I'm going to start at another edge and up and over. I can take a line and just stop here because we've hit an edge. Let's go over here and up and over and up and up. So here we go. You are making a big old mess on the page. I mean, it totally looks like just tangles, doesn't it? Tangled tangles. I think I need to cut through this star a little more. Ooh, don't think, Amanda. So this is a really good exercise for me because I am so bad at overthinking things. Oh my God, I'm so in my head. This is going to be really fun to color. Looks like a little basketball right now. Okay, I think we have enough lines. What do you think? Should we do one more? One more little line? Let's cut through. Oh, that star. Okay. And one more here. There we go. Look at this beautiful scribble. This is going to turn out fabuloso in the end. Trust me. Okay. Now we're going to get into rule 2. Rule 2 is everywhere you see a line converging and making a point. Let's get a little closer for you. Okay, here we go. See where it gets all pointy? Let's go somewhere with less lines. Right here, there's a point here, and a point here, and a point here. So these are really small spaces. You are going to round, oh, and there's a point there, and a point there, and a point there, and a point there. My gosh, they're everywhere, babes. They're everywhere. So you want to round these. You want to round these hard little pointy areas. So we're just going to round it off, and you're going to color it in. These are so small, I'm just going to like fully color that in. And you know what? Just round that. Gosh, Sharpies are so scratchy. So did you get that? Get that idea there? So we're going to go find, they're going to be everywhere. I mean, look at this situation. It's a right proper mess. So you're going to want to spend some time with this. So you need a little patience. If you don't have patience for this kind of thing, it's probably ain't for you, but maybe it will train the patience into you. That sounds so harsh. Get that patience into you. But it actually is, you know, if you're feeling really stressed, this is nice. This is just calming the mind down. You're going to chill out. Like I said, once I time warp this or time lapse it, I'm going to get into what this does, what this is good for, this exercise, this style. So just keep going through, find your points, find your points, your lines, your conversions, round everything off and color it in. Again, here's a nice little small area. I'm just going to color that fully. You don't have to. You can attempt to, especially if you're not using a Sharpie. Maybe you got one of those thinner Sharpies that can get more detailed, but this guy wants to color thick. So your lines can be as thick or thin as you want. This is all what you want to do, how you want it to look. See, I can make that real small. Woo, little guy there. Or I could try and go thin. But really, we don't care. We do not care about the outcome. We're just going to enjoy the process and be marveled at what comes out of it. It's really fun because you can find images within the tangles when it's all done and colored. You'll see. You don't even have to color it. If you don't want to, you could leave it like this, black and white, or whatever color your drawing thing is. Just leave it, or what color your paper. So I hope this makes sense here. You see, even on the edges here, we want to curve. So you don't have anything sharp, pointy, aggressive little points. We're going to cut. So see, it's rounded, and you color. And everything's getting smoothed out. And you'll see it is called neurographic drawing. So it does look like, once you get more of this colored in, it starts to look like neurons or cells. It's really super cool. Let's see. Get a little closer again for you. This is really awkward, isn't it? Drawing on my hand. Here's a point here. This is where I should have started. Something a little more simple, like 1, 2, 3 points. Okay, and round it, round it, round it. Color that sucker in. Color you in, color you in. So the line's a little jagged because I'm coloring on my hand, but that's what you do. And you're going to keep going around and around. Do the entire page. It's really good. Pop some music on. I'll get into that too as let's put this down. Oh, the wrist. And I'm going to smooth that out. But I'll talk about that too, what kind of music I usually like to listen to when I put this on. When I do this, the type of music I put on really helps. Is that tape or? Okay, we're going to color that. So that is that. That is rule number 2. Rule number 1, draw from edge to edge. Meet your edges, but don't think about your lines. Just go crazy. It's like taking a little road trip. Do, 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 and then going off the beaten path. You're like, you know what? Nope, we're not going that way. We're going to go that way. See what you discover. Adventure. Now, what I'm going to do is finish coloring this in. And you know what? Instead of time warp, oh man, I ruined it. Instead of time lapse, let's say time warp, because who doesn't love a little time warp Rocky Horror? Okay. I'm going to time warp this, and I'm going to let you know a little bit about neurographic drawing, who invented it, all that good stuff. And then I'll also talk about a little bit of tunage I like to listen to. So let's get into my sweetness, and I will see you on the other side, back in reality. What the heck is neurographic art? So it was founded by a Russian psychologist and professor, Pavel Piskarov, in 2015. It's a therapeutic art form that anyone can do. You got no art experience needed. Also, as I mentioned before, it's great activity for kids. Keep them off the screens, and great intro into mindfulness for them. So it's meditative and mindful exercise that can have positive effects on stress, anxiety, and some say even chronic pain. When you draw the lines, it opens up a connection between the conscious and unconscious. It's a simple technique. There's no inhibitions. You got full creative control and freedom. But a tip when you sit down to draw those lines and shapes, just take a minute to focus on a feeling or an emotion that's at your forefront and let that guide your pen. You just want to be in the moment, focus on that, let the past fade away and the future remain unknown. When you're done, you're going to have a fantabulous piece of art made from allowing your feelings to be what they are without judgment, free-flowing energy. Enjoy the story your unconscious creates. Okay, here we are back in real time. And I've colored it. You can see why I had to speed up the time, because that takes quite a while. And I don't think you want to sit there for like half an hour just watching me color. So I'm just rounding off some edges as I chat. Now what you're going to do is go through it, see if you've missed anything, because I always miss something. Like some points and stuff. Oh my gosh, there's a big guy right here. Look at that. There's a whole triangle in here. Got to round that. So I'm going to take my... Ew, there's a chunk on my marker. Don't want that ending up on there. So where'd it go? Oh, here we are. So let's round that little corner. The chunk is still there. Get off, chunk. And where's the other guy? Here. Color that. And there we go. Oh, keeps creating another edge. There we go. Oh, wait, another little point over here. Oh, dude. There we go. Okay. I don't think I see any more little points. But you can have, I mean... You can have. I think this is just me being into rounded edges. I'm just like, I can't have anything sharp. There we go. I think all of our sharp corners and edges are eliminated. Because you know what? Sharp edges, sharp corners, they hurt. Oh, wait, look, I found another one. There we go. Don't want to walk into that. My shin, bash my shin on a sharp corner. God knows why I'm talking about banging shins on sharp corners now. Okay, now we have our final piece. And it does look like cells, right? Doesn't it look like cells under a microscope? But something else I think it reminds me of is butterfly wings. That pattern in a butterfly wing. You know, all those, or a dragonfly wing. I don't know, I think. And the fun thing is to turn it around in different directions and see what kind of images jump out for you. Those stars really help for me. I'm seeing, I don't know, something beachy to me is jumping out when I look at it this way. Kind of like shells on a beach. There's waves, water crashing in. Like, it's amazing, right? Just use your imagination. Once it gets colored, if you choose to do so, other images may jump out as well. But it's fun to swap it around, turn it around. It's amazing what comes out and what you learn from a different perspective. Looking at things in a different way. I'm just coloring in little bits that I see that are a tiny bit white, didn't get colored in fully. Actually, that just might be little crumbs of paper. Or, oh, that cat hair. There's definitely some of that. So yeah, always turn it in different directions, even while you're working, as you saw in when I time-lapsed it, time-warped it. I spun it around while I was working just to freshen things up. Take a different direction. Kind of incredible, right? What opens up when you take a different direction. So now we are going to color this and see how different it looks when you add color. So stay monochrome if you want, or jazz it up with some color. We're going to time warp the coloring too, because that's going to be time consuming. Plus, you know what? I'm hungry. So I'm going to go get a little bite to eat and come back and color this. So I'll see you when the tummy's satisfied. So this is what I get for going to get something to eat before finishing my project here is the cats. I no longer have just the cat hair to contend with. I have the cats drinking my paint water. As you can see, evidence of drinkage right here. There's some down here. I don't know if you can see it. Somehow, it's on my microphone, which is over here, splashed, and this was definitely fuller. So, luckily there was no paint in it, but freaking kitties. Let's just wipe up some of this. Oh, look at this. There's a puddle by my candle. Guys, dudes, serious. How did, I don't even know how you spilled this much. Look, my paper's all wrinkly. Okay, all right. Okay, we're good. Calm. All right, let's do some coloring now, some painting. I think I'm done with the Sharpie. There's a couple of little spots I'm going to fill in here. My Sharpie's actually, after all this coloring, is more of a deli now. Not much of a point left on there. But, oh well. Okay. I'm just going to move this. Oh my God, more water. Little secret star. Just open my watercolors. Move the fox and get them activated. Okie doke. I don't know why I don't just use the cat water. Okay, juicy. So like I said, you do not have to color this if you don't want, but it does look pretty smashing when it's colored. Let's do a time warp and get some paint action happening. Boop, 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 boop.
So 432 hertz frequency is considered to be the same frequency that the universe vibrates at, and it's also known as the God note. It helps relieve stress, negative energy, improves focus and mental clarity. It's supposed to be, it's said to be softer and calmer and harmonically richer than today's standard tuning of 440 hertz. Whether it's fact or fiction, all I know is it calms me the F down, yo, and it also helps me sleep. I'll put a link below to a great app that has fab sleepy time music.
And there we have it. That is a neurographic drawing painted in. I totally let go of that ocean theme. I don't know what happened. I just kind of went with the flow, no pun intended, and just let colors pick themselves, I guess. And now, to me, this looks a bit more like a stained glass window. Or again, you could go butterfly wing, but let's take this tape off and see how it looks with the border. I hope you give it a try because, like I said, there's not really, you don't need any skills. You don't need any university degrees to do this. This is just all about zoning out of the world and into yourself, having fun, playing, doodling. Here we go, the reveal. There we go. It's a nice little stained glass window. Put it this way, this way, this way. I don't know which one I prefer. This way. I think I like this way. Down at the bottom. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, leave a like, leave comments, let me know what you think of this if you're going to give it a try, and have fun with it. Just explore, just go with the flow, let go of thought, enjoy yourself. Elevated doodles, neurographic drawing. And I guess this is where we'll sign off, and I'll see you in the next video, my sweet.